Good afternoon. Before I forget where I even started, I'm already lost. It's too much work. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to show you a design of which I created. I'm going to try and explain it to you. 7286, MrTacpans's. 7286. On the tic-tac-toe, if you put 4 of them around each other and design it with 1 east, 1 north, 1 south, 1 west, 7286, your design ends up looking like this here. Now forget about the pen in the middle, I messed it up. Look, the pen in the middle shows there is an L, there is a B, there is a T, just in the empty spaces, okay? But the total letter, if you look at only the dark blue on the outsides, creates, look, it creates a box, and inside the box is an H. And inside the box this way, okay, here's the H, the other way was the I. MrTacpans's 7286 makes this design. It goes around, it shows you the worlds that we're in right now, right there. Do you know how I can, well, sort of not prove it, but prove it through my own mind? Is that I reconstructed those worlds from 7286, and I came up with this design. It's almost like bowling. There's 1 at the bottom, then there's 2, then there's 3, then there's 4, then there's 3, then there's 2, then there's 1. That's how all the worlds connect. It's just like cubes of dice connecting at all the 4 corners. Why do you think the 4 corners are that important? It's for this design. Each one of them intertwined into 4 corners. It almost looks like fencing that you put up at your house. Well, it almost looks like that. Everything ties in. So when you say the 4 angles, the 4 angels that turn into the 4 aces, they turn into diamonds. And if you put them over each other and you move them, they turn into the Magen David. And they're held together by what you can't see is the fleur-de-lis shape. They all create the wave. And everybody likes to do the wave. Anyways, another thing I wanted to show you is how part of the section of matrix, you see the bottom part that's split up? There's a diamond, a one-sized diamond, and a one-sized diamond, okay? There should be only 9 parts, but there's 12 parts because they explain the extremities. I don't know how it works. It says diamond 64. Well, anyways, there's that spaceship down there, which you see the ones on each side, the empty space in the center. Well, I separated everything. Those are all triangles. We all fit together. Everything is triangular. How do you think stick 1 reaches stick 2? They shove something in each end, they push it in, it reaches the triangle. Or whichever way you want to create it. So that was MrTacpans's 7286. Another thing I want to show you is, this is like the cards, okay? This pick over here, now this is a dice cube at the top, a dice cube at the bottom, and 1 is in the center. Now the center one should be on a 45-degree angle. And if you follow the lines of those X's, if you take a look, all those tic-tac-toe boards, create them in your mind. All those tic-tac-toe boards are all on 45-degree angle. The same angle that center dice cube is to be. In all actuality, when you put that center dice cube on an angle, that 4 and 6 position presents to you another number. It presents to you 1, 9, 3, 7. Another connection. Okay? So are we all being fooled by 4, 5, and 6? 15? You understand what I'm saying? Another thing I want to do, and I didn't finish the whole scenario yet, is I took the 8 card and the 7 card. And do I have any of the 2 cards here? I have the 7, and hold on a second. Let me see. I have the 6, I have the 9, and I already showed you anyways. You should be watching. in this card here, okay, there's more than one element happening. You have the north side 10, the south side 10, and look, you also have the in-between. Okay, they do connect. There's 3 parts there that connect. You can make them connect. You turn it this way, okay, and that center point connects to the 2 opposite poles that are on here now, 2 opposite poles. Although most people think the cards only go this way, they actually also go this way. Okay, east-west light on one line of the tic-tac-toe, okay, or if you want to have it on 2 lines of the tic-tac-toe. They're each different lines in the tic-tac-toe. They can stand up to be 11, those lines of the tic-tac-toe. The 8, okay, as you see, I'm going to show it to you this way, okay. There's 5 north spades. Those are black spades. Those black spades can only be created when the yellow, red, and blue worlds connect. So that 8 had to connect. So if you notice, in the center here, these 2 here, just look at the 4 of them. They're all connected. North, east, and west. You see east and west standing up, man. East and west, man. This is the heaven card. They're both equal to the bottom as they are to the top, the same creation. The only reason we see it differently is because the bar in the center, okay, it turns our mind to misunderstanding that they're all 5 going up. Sure, there's 5 going up, but the 2 in the center, those are actually separated. They're going up and down from the heavens, okay, which are the V. If you turn the V this way, you got the letter K. You have KV. Valet, king. Jack, king. V of life. You put the V's on top of each other, you turn the V's sideways. Okay? And then you have the 9 card, which is pretty simple. You see the 9 card, where the spade is in the center? Well, the 4 and 6 are in this card. In the red center, well, there you only have the 5. That means that 5 is of that world, and it's connecting the top world. Okay? Which what you see in this card as part of the top world, you see it's in the 3rd row. Look where this one is. It's not in the 3rd row. It's a row up. The only thing in the 3rd row is that 5 position spade in the middle right over here. Okay? They're not the same. This is just showing you how the 2 sides connect. The birth of creation. 9. Blue, yellow, red. This is the why this card is 9. I showed you the 6th card. You see, in all actuality, what is the big difference between these 2 cards? Is there any difference between these 2 cards? Do you see any differences? There's no differences. They're all the same, except for one difference. One's a 7, one's a 6. One's got the connected dot in the center, but the 2 sides are the same. Sure, they're the same, but the 6 is an expression. The 7 is an action. 6 is expression. 1 to 6 are all expressions. In cards, when you look at the roulette wheel, the 10, 11, 12 row is an expression. In fact, I'm starting to learn right now from MrTacpans's that there are only 12 actual real numbers of life in roulette, and that starts from 13 and ends at 24. After that, it just has something to do with expression, explanation of the universe, and how the numbers from 1 to 9 work, along with the 3 colors on the board of black, red, and green, because everything, when you have a green thumb, everything grows. So the roulette wheel is deeply, deeply into this, because it expresses itself at the beginning and explains itself at the end. Blackjack is only because of who we are. Okay, as men, we hook up to things, right? We hook up to things. Talking about hooking up to things, I just want to show you one little design I made. Okay, it's right here. There we go. Now, on the left side, on the bottom, we have the 1 dot. Now that square dot can go on the top of your eye. If light takes up 1 square, that dot would be a square and it would be on top of your eye. The other place that dot can go, since it's the center dot that connects everything together, the 5 dot, that will connect the trains together. Now, when you move up and you see the 2 dots together, those are the digital dots, okay? Those are the separations, okay, of the either the 1, 4, either the 1 and the 7, or the 3 and the 9, okay, or the 2 and the 8. They're parts of the heavens, those separations, okay? When you see them one in front of the other one, okay, it has to do with part of the same line, which means 4, 5, and 6, when you have 2 dots, it means 4 connects to 5, and obviously 6 is coming. The 6 would end up to be the dot and the connection to the 4 and the 5, and you would have the 6. Boy, oh boy, that's complicated. MrTacpans's has told me so much. It's so hard to do. Like I said, the Mayan calendar, okay, the reason, okay, for 64, nobody understands yet. The reason for 64 is because you see each one of those orange corners, okay, they're overlapped by other cubes. So they automatically become 8. Okay, 2 each, 8. There are 4 sides to the 8, makes 32. Okay, you have 2 dice, it makes 64. Because it takes 2 dice to play all the games, right? Well, in heaven too, it takes the 2 worlds, the red world and the yellow world. So you have the 2 dice now at 64. Now you expand the 2 dice, okay, each one, so 64 goes to 4 dice, okay, and 128. Okay, do I have it on screen here? Do I have it on screen here somewhere? I'm going to take it off screen and take a look. Oh boy, where am I? Anyways, I'll continue on from where it was. So you have 64, 2 dice, 128. You build again, you have 256. You build again, you got 512. You build again, you got 1024 memory. Okay, but that's between the 2. So in all actuality, when you have 1024 memory, you actually have the strength of both worlds. But when you square it off and put everything in a cube, you have to multiply it, giving you a memory of 4096. I don't know what computers are, I don't know what that means, but I come out with 4096. The setup is like bowling pins. Oh yes, the other thing I wanted to show you is there's a center designed to the 8, okay, and the 7. When you put the card up, the east-west, the middle, I told you there's 3 dice. Well, now I'm capable of separating the center dice, and they show a diamond. On the 7 card below, it shows a K or a V, or VO, vodka and orange juice, VO that we drink. It also shows the K if you take into consideration the top line, the K, and the O. But upside down, it would say KO, wouldn't it not? I can't even see what I'm showing you. Anyways, that's not fair to you. Where is it? There it is. KO. It also says love inside of it. The 8 and the 7 card, one above the other, okay, together it says love. The letter L is there, the letter 4 is there, the letter O is there. And everything that's in between it is always going to be the 5. So did 5 Alive pick the right name? They certainly did. Orange and red and yellow and green. And all the colors that you've ever seen to connect the matrix of this plan thy Lord has put upon this palace we live in. We are so stupid. We are ignorant. We can't seem to come together. We're too many. How do we attract each other? You see, take away everything like in Africa, they're all together. They're all digging in the same garbage. They're closer, and everybody wants the same thing, just to survive. So you see, we will be cured. It will be Africa. It will save us, because as things get worse, there will be Africas all over the world. Thank you. Have a good afternoon. This is Prime Time TV. Thank you.